Sample final for Chem 110A. This is problem number 9. What are the mass percentages of the elements in C6H5NO2? Report the answer to the nearest 0.1% to the 10th place. Okay, so we have to total up all the carbons, all the hydrogens, all the nitrogens, and all the oxygens, and their masses if we had 1 mole of this, and then figure out the percentages for each. Okay, well, part over whole times 100% is equal to the percentage of the part. Is what we always use for percentage problems. So what about the percent carbon? Well, what do we have here? For percent carbon, we have 6 carbon atoms. Each of those weighs 12.01 grams per mole, which is the same as 72.06 grams per mole. Okay? What is the total here? Well, let's keep going. We'll check this out for each. I'll show you what I mean. We can do this in almost like a assembly line. There are 5 hydrogens. They each weigh 1.008 grams per mole. You know where you get that, grams per mole, off the periodic table, right? So that adds up to 5.040 grams per mole. We've got nitrogen. There's 1 of those, 14.01 grams per mole, which adds up to 14.01 grams per mole. And then we've got oxygen. There are 2 atoms of oxygen, 2 moles of atoms of oxygen in every 1 mole of this nitrobenzene is what it actually is. 16.00 grams per mole, 32.00 grams per mole. So the total contribution of all the carbons is this. The total contribution of all the hydrogens is this. The total for all the nitrogens is this, and the total for all the oxygens is this. Adding this up gives you the total mass. The total mass is 123.11 grams per 1 mole. This is the W, is it not? These are the parts, are they not? If we're doing part over whole times 100% gives you the percentage of each part, then why not just divide each by the whole and then multiply by 100% to give you your percentage. See how I sort of work this out? So it's like a assembly line. I don't really have to think about what I'm doing here. I just do the same thing over and over again. Divide the part that belongs to the nitrogen by the whole, which is the entire molecule's molar mass, multiplied by 100%, and that'll give me the percent nitrogen. Divide by the whole molecule and multiply by 100% to give me the percent that belongs to the oxygen. Now remember, we're writing these answers to the 10th place, to 1 place past the decimal point. When we do that, carbon ends up being 58.5%, hydrogen is 4.1%, The nitrogen is 11.4%. The oxygen is 26.0%. This is how we'd want you to report these answers, and if you want to do a little check to make sure you're right, they better all add up to very, very close to 100%, which is a good check, because if it doesn't add up to 100, you know you've done something wrong. That's the simplest, easiest, and most time-efficient way to do this. Practice up exercise 8A to get real good at it and real fast at it. Good luck.